last week, I have been completely bedridden. This also meant that I didn't get a chance to put in as much work as I would like to. I was hoping to have an overworld map already finished, but I'd say it's not as finished as I'd like it to be, but we're getting closer to that part.
Nice.
I'm starting my recording in 3, 2, 1.
So, last time on Dragon Ball Z, what did y'all do?
We killed something.
I spent the entire time training to beat Goku.
Okay. Did you eat any sensei beans?
No. But, you know what? I've settled for at least beating Krillin.
Okay, well, you mean, oh yeah, I mean, we hit him with a pan and everything. Okay, fair enough. Okay, last time you fought a wood wraith or something like that, I believe?
Yep.
Yes, I believe he was angry that we cut down trees.
Also, I think that you got into a conflict with trees last time?
Yep.
Yes.
The trees were rough.
I believe a tree hit someone.
Yeah, apparently. It's really strange.
Two people.
Also, Nick was unterrified the entire time.
Excellent. It's always good to be unterrified.
As well as revealed his noble heritage at the end, because reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the most wasted effort ever, but okay.
It was, but it was funny.
Guess that's all that really matters, right?
I terrified a wraith for long enough for it to die. It's the only correct form of terror.
Scared to death.
Alright, I see someone has created their red box around themselves.
Is there a red box around someone?
Yeah, it's Rampage. He's made a 1,000 feet
aura. If
aura
you're
around himself.
inside the aura,
It was a 999 aura.
Want to give him cookies.
I'm sorry, what?
If you were inside of the aura, it means that you are compelled to give him cookies.
By the way, Chris, I loved what you renamed this token.
What did I rename it?
You don't remember?
No.
Oh, well, you'll have to look yourself.
I don't really see any rename tokens.
I have an aura on.
So I assume the orc then has to give Rampage or cookies then, huh?
Yep,
I don't think Rampage wants. Rampage, I shall resist the urge to give you cookies.
Not orc cookies. He wants Oreos, and he wants...
does he want pizza rolls?
You know, they get those new mocha Oreos now.
That just sounds disgusting.
Mocha Oreos? What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's part of a Dunkin' Donut special flavor of Oreos now.
There's my aura of 999. Y'all will all give me cookies.
I can actually not. I actually can't detect your aura, so.
Yeah, I'm the only one who can see it, so I keep turning it off.
Mr. B, why are you standing on top of your dog?
He's nuzzling up close.
Okay. I know they're
right there. He's protecting me.
I mean, I know that they're big dogs and that they look like horses, but that doesn't mean you can ride them unless you're a gnome.
Grr.
I'm pretty sure the doggy was seeking comfort from
The big
Mr.
scary
B.
trees.
Wasn't the doggy terrified of a tree at one point?
Yes.
Yep.
Only ones that moved.
I would be
These ones
scared
don't
of
move.
trees that move, to tell you
Yep.
the truth.
And it was a supernatural afraidiness. So
we
it wasn't
should
his
we
fault.
should totally tell the dwarf when we get home about this,
No,
so that
he
we
would
can just
kill all of them.
Yes.
or just further validate his fears.
So Gorgol, son of Bolg, now stands before you. His guards have left. And he has resheathed his weapon.
Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's got it out.
Unfortunately, I don't have a graphic for him to resheathe that.
Fair enough.
Looks like he could cut down some trees with it, though.
Well,
That
I
was the
will
plan.
thank him for the great assistance with that rather unpleasant creature.
An angry forest makes no allies amongst man, nor elf, no orc.
What?
Works for me.
We agree.
Such things serve nothing except something else that I cannot see. And how does one fight something they cannot see? Nor can someone control something that you cannot see.
Well, I mean, if it has physical form, you can always try throwing dust on it.
Myths say many things, but what is myth versus legend versus truth? All such things are uncertain. And one could waste one's energies for the rest of your days and never find out what the truth is. So, are you the marked ones pawns in this new game?
Well,
Maybe.
His way and our way seems to be temporarily the same way.
Ah, pawns it is, then. Well, congratulations, marked one pawns. You have successfully removed a horror of the forest. Do not think these are not natural reactions of the forest. Cutting a few trees has very rarely truly angered the forest, particularly because arbor masters, probably like the one you used. I see the new saplings. New trees were planted. Usually the forest likes this process. The replanting and cutting of the old and bringing of the new. But
well, you know, that
something
is why you
else
hire a
has
proper arbor master.
placed something on the forest that makes it not so logical in mind.
Likes the
Something
old
to
and
look
hates the new.
forward to into the future when such analysis come to us. But for now, it seems that we must now part ways as you seek your venture in this new game. I do wish you
What?
great luck in the game before you. Perhaps even I might serve a pawn in it as well.
Sounds like fun.
But what is the Mark 1 playing for? That is the ultimate question we ask ourselves now. And the one I leave you with. What is the end goal?
Forever. The end goal is for you to stop
Being the
confusing.
best orc.
Till then, tally ho. Isn't that the word you all use? Such strange words.
I agree that is a strange word.
He leaves the forest.
What?
Is there anything y'all want to do in this forest before y'all leave?
What were we doing before we got pulled into the trees?
You were
Oh yes,
looking
we
for
were
Vlad's
going to
camp.
visit. It's like, okay, let's go find Vlad's camp.
Hang on. I ask, does anyone have an axe?
No.
No. Well, are you planning on cutting down a tree?
Does anyone have a very sharp sword?
Isn't this how we got
Rampage.
into trouble the first time?
Rampage, we're not cutting down trees.
The
That's what we have
orcs
armor
only
masters
have
for.
spears and bent sabers.
We could light it
And
on
we're all
fire.
prisoners, right?
Did we?
Does anyone have a lighter? Or something that can set fire?
It won't work,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Okay. I'm currently walking away.
With that, one of the orcs comes up to Rampage and hands him 2 flintstones.
Good luck. Have we by chance gone through and counted up experience at any time recently?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I know the
Well,
thing was
what
worth 1,000 XP, so if you want to distribute that right now, we can do that.
We can wait. I think we're on our way to be prisoners, right?
I have a question.
Yes, Rampage.
What would I need to roll to start a fire with 2 flintstones?
Survival.
Survival at a very big disadvantage. Oddly enough, trees
So
are not like
disadvantage.
extremely flammable like many things
Yeah,
suggest.
no,
this
yeah.
is like, there's no way you'll light that on fire.
Survival.
You could at least make the threatening gesture, just to remind them.
Okay. We should see if the tree slaps him now.
So you take the 2 sparks, you take the 2 flintstones and you make a spark.
Yeah.
It takes you a long time though. Like you're working at it for like 15 minutes, and you may
By that time, we've
accidentally
all
hurt
left.
yourself while doing it.
Like what kind of injuries?
You
Why
take
can't I hear
one-
myself over and over again?
You took 1 wound, but you did successfully create some sparks, and the tree now feels slightly threatened by you.
Can I say, can anyone else start a forest fire?
I don't want to be in a forest while there's a forest fire.
I'm going to.
The tree will
Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
Does anyone have something sharp enough to cut off one of its
Okay,
branches?
I'm going to walk by and I'm going to grab Rampage by the back of the cloak and I'm going to start dragging him away.
Hang on, no, but I try to resist this. I try to stay put.
I'll assist.
Are you going to assist me in dragging Rampage away?
Yeah.
The
And then
orc-
I
He's
just pull out
lost
my
his
sword.
elven way.
I pull out a sword and I try to slice the tree, one of its branches.
The orcs are just watching y'all, and they're like, they just kind of shrug their shoulders.
Me and Dan are attempting to drag him away. Why don't we make strength checks, Dan?
Dan already beat you to that process.
That's okay. Dan was the only one who succeeded.
Okay, Rampage, I need an opposing roll of strength.
So strength?
Yeah.
Sad thing is I'm
Please get
actually
an
good at
natural 20.
strength.
According to your roll, you and Dan have equal stats and strength. Okay. Dan?
Even combined, we're tied.
Rampage
is determined.
takes his boots, puts them into the ground, and then just pushes y'all off. And y'all just kind of slide off, and he goes back to the tree. Very determined.
Let's go.
We should get Billy to help with this because his brother has lost his elven way.
Hey, Billy, you want to help?
Your brother has lost his elven way.
No. He says, I wanna see how this turns out.
No, Billy.
You want to climb the tree while he burns it, perhaps?
Neither of them have any. No.
Billy surprise attacks the tree with his dagger.
Yes.
Twice. And does 4 damage to the tree.
Does he carve a heart into the tree?
No.
How close is it to being destroyed?
Well, how about we just leave them?
Yeah, no, the rest of us have just walked off.
Yeah, we're leaving.
With that, Billy seems like satisfied on getting his revenge.
How close is it to being chopped in half?
But like we just
How close is
the
it
orcs
to being
and
chopped in
us and
half?
the orcs.
Nowhere near. Trees are very sturdy objects. Continuous attacks would probably just damage their weapons.
Can I say no axe? Really? No axe?
Billy's like, well, I don't have an axe. Alright. Are y'all, take a vote? Are y'all ready to leave? You didn't want to do any investigation or anything else?
Nope, we're leaving.
Okay.
I mean,
And
rather than
while
face a
I
forest
leave-
fire, yeah.
While I leave, I say, that's why you don't hit me or Billy, or you'll all be on fire.
What I thought was most funny about that is none
Just
of
'cause he
y'all
said
wanted to
something.
investigate the ghost.
DK, I would like to surprise attack Rampage with a hit to the head.
Okay. Mr. B, you perceive Nick making a very threatening gesture towards Rampage.
That's not really what I was perceiving, but that's fine.
Well, the fact that you did succeed that now. Also, you notice a small pool of water of where the ghost was originally.
Ooh. Go check it out.
Okay. Would you like to attempt a lore check on the water?
I'm trying to get there, but I can't fit all these things on my screen.
I'll move you over there. Hey.
Ooh. Thank you. I gotta find my character sheet again.
Everybody's turning around.
Yes.
No, I just want where Mr. B is going. See,
No.
my character doesn't actually know where Mr. B is going. He just turned around to follow him.
And at the
Mr.
perfect
B,
time, right before he surprise attacked me, I move out
as you
the way.
got close to the water source,
I just walked away.
you feel yourself suddenly pulled to a remote location where you hear angry words that make no sense to you. You have uncovered that something bigger than you all, something even you don't understand, is angry and wants answers. And you see it yelling at other figures that are shadowed in darkness. And you're pulled back suddenly when the glimpse of whoever this entity is turns and looks at you. You find yourself smack back here.
Ooh.
You can tell a major player is very angry about something. Maybe it's not y'all's actions, but an action of just reacting to everything.
Interesting.
You've been given many things to think about.
I am thinking. So, can I,
I'm kind of poking Mr. B to see what he's doing.
Can I, how much water is there?
It seems to be evaporating away very rapidly in front of you.
Can I put some in a flask?
Of course.
I'm gonna put some in a flask.
You now have you have now acquired 1 ancient water you can add to your character sheet. Dick, you suddenly see Mr. B's body kind of move violently to the right and then to the left, and then he kind of like gathers himself for a moment, and then he dunks in and takes some of the water in front of him into a beaker. You can tell from just what you can sense that something unnatural has happened. Or maybe it is natural, but an angry natural.
Sounds like something the Dundane are not used to.
It makes you wonder on certain legends, if certain legends are in fact not so legends.
DK, is there still water left?
It is evaporating quickly, but yes, there's a little bit left.
I'd like to stick my finger in it and then stick my finger into my mouth.
You taste a very slimy water.
And you were instantly poisoned.
It is poison, and you are now dead.
I'm sorry, I just really wanted to see what Chris would do if I did that.
It tastes very mossy. Very strong moss. And you could tell in front of you as you see the water physically evaporate into the air at a very unnatural rate. That something very odd is going on. You may need to look into your own books as well.
Tastes like the forest.
Tastes very old.
I see nothing wrong here.
Of course.
Except the water is brand new, but it tastes very old.
I see nothing wrong here. But, Mr. B, do let me know about this, okay?
Certainly, and while I tell you about this, why don't you, tell me about your family?
No. It's like, would you like to know about my family? They're dead. So
dead?
Stop asking.
Alright, are y'all ready to go now?
It's like, you want to know about my family? They're all dead. Stop asking.
So which house are you from, though? Which
Doesn't
kingdom
matter.
do you
They're
rule?
all dead.
Dead.
You're not bitter about that at all, are you?
No, I'm not. There's definitely not a reason I'm out here working my ass off. There definitely isn't. You forgot the A, Rampage.
I don't know. That's how these kids do it these days. It's not DEAD. It's just DED.
Why is Billy talking?
Okay, are y'all ready to venture forth to Vlad's camp?
Let us go.
Yes, I will put my weapons back away. Ooh, nice. They're 3D.
I tried really hard. This camp was finished several weeks ago, and then I've just been slowly upgrading it. I added the towers today. Okay,
I believe
we
we know like a bunch of slaves. Hey, DK, would you say this is an outpost?
No.
We're
This
supposed to
is
be
the captain's
spying?
camp.
Is that what we're doing?
Y'all can make your own decisions. You either can perform information collection, you can attempt assassination, whatever you want to do.
Information collection.
But,
It is.
but according to the marked one, these are the bad guys?
No, these are different captains, and each one that you collect information about, he might be able to turn them to his side. So the idea is you collect all the information you can about the different captains, or you kill the people you don't think are going to be friendly to him.
Or we just kill them all?
Yeah, that's totally
kill
something
them all.
you could try to do.
Yes, but that would take a long time.
I obviously am not going to tell you the course of action y'all choose to take.
I vote that we work for information collection.
We've been outnumbered before, and we suddenly survive.
But
Usually through someone else's help.
Here's the thing to remember. The marked one can't outright help us with this.
Now, of course, if you start attacking everyone, the two guards will join in on you. Will join in with you. Because remember that Marked 1 did give you 2 Orc Goblin protectors. That are supposedly escorting you, and they hold your weapons. So the second you want your weapons, you have to come to them, and they'll give you your weapons.
Well, let's just say that we didn't show up at the front door until we decide what we're going to do.
I'm not officially saying you're here yet. I'm just going to, give you some preparation time right now. I was just placing your characters down, so your characters are here.
I totally say we walk in as slaves and just do information collection.
Can't we spend a little time information collecting before we walk into the camp?
I mean, I suppose we can stare at their forces for several hours.
So
We've got 2 elves that can be super duper sneaky. 3 elves that can be super duper sneaky.
I can be super duper sneaky, and I'm not an elf.
Well, there you go. So why can't we run around and hide in trees?
I'm not always that stealthy.
You're like, we have 1 stealthy elf.
Okay, never mind. We have 1, but run around during the day while they can't see as well, and then collect information that way. There's some tree cover here.
As I said, y'all can go multiple strategies. I'm totally supportive in whatever way you want to accomplish this.
You know what?
Can I just look at my roll, please?
I can't see your roll.
I'm going to make a roll. Okay.
Can people just open up chat and look at
it?
my
It's like 26.
I got a natural 20.
Nice.
A natural 20.
Well...
So, you were standing next to Nick, and he stomped his feet and cracked a whole bunch of twigs.
Okay, Rampage, you're the only one who can infiltrate the facility. Everyone else will have to go through the front door.
Yeah. I will go in as a slave.
Because of this, Rampage, you are allowed to move into the trees.
Well, we haven't finished talking about... We haven't talked about strategy here.
No, I was letting him... I'm gonna let him know the rules. If he ends a movement turn out of the trees, he will be seen. So you have to move tree to tree as cover.
I never at any point rolled for stealth.
You rolled for survival, which... That's just...
Yeah, but that was for something completely different.
Please roll your stealth check real quick.
Oh, okay. Sure.
No, I'm not going through the trees.
No, that was only for people who passed their stealth check. Everyone else, you have to go through the front door if you want to enter the camp.
I got 20.
Okay. Nick, you can join Rampage going tree to tree. The dead trees do count as cover.
Does Billy make it?
No.
What do you need?
20 was the necessary thing needed to beat it.
I would say this
Oh,
is
wow.
pretty hard.
Because this is a physical camp that has multiple guards. They got people in the towers. It would be much more difficult to hide here than anywhere else.
Chris, can I ask something?
Hmm.
Do these bushes at the base of the tower count?
Yes, they count as trees.
As do the dead trees.
Yeah.
So my thought is, couldn't we sit like in some of these trees here?
And listen in.
Yeah, only
And listen
those
for a
who pass
while.
their stealth check. Everyone else, you aren't capable of penetrating the base defenses.
Because if they're murderous orcs who are going to kill any human slaves that walk through the front door, it's going to do us no good to walk through the front door.
Well, you are physically being guarded by those two people. They're not going to let anything happen to you.
Those
And
people
also,
are going to,
right now, technically, this captain is just another captain of the same order, if you will. And so he's not just going to randomly attack someone else's orc guards.
well, that's fine, but it doesn't mean he's
And
going to
they're
let us live.
slaves.
Well,
Yeah, but no. The thing is to him, we're physically property of the other orc captain. So killing us would be seen as an insult, and would thus start something he doesn't necessarily want.
right now, this guy hasn't chosen which side he wants to join yet. Really, that recruitment process hasn't started yet. So right now, you're under the protection of those two orc guards, who are not going to be randomly attacked by Vlad unless you decide to attack the camp.
Well, either way, I still don't think it would hurt to.
But hey, it's totally up to y'all. I will respect any
Information
path you
gather.
want to take on this. So you want to send the stealthy guys up ahead
Yes.
to study things out?
Because typically orcs are going to be murderous.
They're not going to murder random slaves.
Unless they're hungry.
Well, they're
Unless
but
they're human
it's,
or elf.
It's not their slaves though. That's the thing.
Yeah. They won't just randomly murder slaves because we're not their slaves. So, and oddly enough, as brutal as orc society is, they don't generally randomly murder slaves very often. Because if they start murdering the slaves, then the slaves can't do all the work. And then they have to do work.
Did I go here but still be invisible?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Chris,
Is that
because
the
I'm going to
maximum
assume
range?
now on a turn order, I'm going to move 30 feet to here.
Okay.
So I would like you to move me because it is very hard to move. Thank you.
What are you doing, bud?
Okay. Turn order, please.
Oh, we're not attacking any. Just move up to this tree over here.
You can go ahead and move Rampage. After you go Rampage, I'll let Nick go. Okay.
I'm where I want to be.
Dude, go here. You're not going to hear anything there. Go to this one. Listen to what this guy's saying. Yeah, but we're not in battle right now.
Yeah, we're not. You're not in any kind of
So you're
hostile
just
intention. No one else
gonna-
gets moves.
You just kind of move your way to here, and it takes as long as it takes.
So I can move as far as I want?
No. You have to move your movement distance, and then Nick gets to move his movement distance.
Okay.
So it's
So I'm where I
kinda
want to be.
So you get to move 30
tree
feet.
to tree.
I did what I wanted.
Because you probably want to go to the edge and then make a run.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go to the edge of the trees first, and then move.
Yeah, because from the edge, you're within 20 feet. Oh my gosh, it's like I actually designed this. I did not actually design it for this. I promise.
The funny thing is I have it really easy on the bottom.
Well, yeah, so does he. He has to make some extra moves. Rampage, are you going to move? Nick already moved.
No, it's your turn to move, Rampage.
I would move to the edge of the tree and then next turn move to the next set of trees. Okay, Rampage has moved.
On a separate note, can we actually put our health back at full?
Oh, no.
Or not? Okay. I was just...
Y'all have not taken time to heal.
DK, I would like to move to there.
Alright.
Yeah. Into the... And I shall listen to the orcs.
You hear... Okay, go ahead and roll a check that would be appropriate for that. Maybe a check. What kind of skills would that be?
Perception, investigation.
Insight, maybe?
Well, and you have to see whether they're even speaking a language he understands.
So I guess insight would be good then.
I rolled perception.
You definitely see orcs.
It really would be an intelligence anyway.
Yeah, that's why I was going to go for insight. Yeah, roll me insight.
Insight's wisdom. Investigation.
Investigation or insight are both good to me.
I feel like perception would work because that is the...
That would be seeing, though.
It's not necessarily seeing, though. It's because it's using your senses to perceive things.
True.
Well, but investigation might give you more information than just seeing what's out in the open.
Regardless, I did use insight, so...
Okay. You succeeded your insight roll. You're not able to understand every single word, because the orcs speak two languages from what you could tell. One being Westron, and another one that you're not really sure about, but you're assuming that that's the orcs' natural language. They seem to switch between the two. You're not really sure why. But from what you gathered, from what you could hear from these orcs, there's a definite need for some materials for making some sort of beverage. So they're very much looking for some sort of crops. There's a very good need of crops inside this village. Camp.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Vlad isn't having good access to that.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, Nick, your turn.
Well, you know what? I am actually... Assuming I can actually manage to move my screen right and do some measuring.
You might not be able to make that one very well.
No, I can make that one.
Alternatively, you could have gone further down south and hugged those trees.
But, no, I think
he is a tree hugger.
I do like these trees better, so take me there.
Okay.
Take me away!
Okay, Rampage, your turn. Did you want to go into the dead tree and listen in? Or are you going to go further right?
I want to go right there. I want to go near one of the bigger orc captains.
Okay.
Could you go from that tree to that tree?
Yeah, from that tree to that tree to that tree.
I figured you already.
No, he moved already.
Huh?
Nick, where do you want to go?
Take me there.
Okay. Rampage, your turn.
I like how we're completely ignoring everybody else and just me and Rampage here.
Well,
Yeah.
that was the decision
Well-
that I got from that the party wanted to accomplish.
Yeah, we need to find out what's going on.
Yeah, but we could have done that just as well by just walking in the front.
Hey, you know what? I appreciate when the party wants to do something stealthy. I'm not used to that. I assume you wanted to move there, Nick.
Yeah.
Because I remember the Dark Heresy party, I gave someone a stealth option, and they decided to just start gunning everything down.
No. What happened there was I went stealth, and then Tricky burst into the room and started shooting things.
Anyway.
But as I recall, that was the DM's fault.
Oh yeah, it's always my fault.
Actually, I think Tricky wasn't there, so you were controlling him.
That was like early game, though. Rampage, did you want to make a run for the dead tree, or did you already move?
I already moved.
Whoa, that tree moved.
Why are you moving trees?
That
I
tree
tried
moved. I
to
saw it move.
select the drawing,
It
and
moved.
unfortunately...
That tree moved. I saw the tree move.
Okay, Nick,
It's
where do you
one
want
of
to move
those
to?
trees.
Am I allowed to sprint in stealth?
Due to how far away you are, you could get away with it. But only
Okay.
because you've gone so far away from them that you can attempt that.
Okay, I'm going to sprint to these trees then.
And you do a little, like, roll into the trees.
It's like, I'm so far away, you guys aren't even bothering to watch.
Rampage, you want to move?
And I am not seen.
Rampage, would you like to attempt to perform an insight check?
Yeah.
Sheep.
That would make sure I can hear them, right?
Yeah. Well, this will let you both listen and do a little bit of information collecting and try to put things together logically. The idea is that they don't speak 100% your language, that they slip between the two languages.
Gotcha.
And this is you using context and everything else to kind of put together. Oh my gosh.
19. How's that?
You've discovered something very interesting from what you've heard from your conversations. You've discovered that Vlad, while his soldiers are truly loyal to him, and he inspires great confidence, he is really bad at logistics.
Logistics?
Yes, he's
What is
bad
that?
at it. He's bad at making plans for food, water, drink, grog, and he's very bad at keeping track of those things. The little details escape him, and he's really bad at keeping books. Because an army has to be properly supplied, he's bad at it. But his
So-
troops are extremely loyal to him.
We can use that. Get him to. We can tell Mark on that information, and we can use that to.
I think the can have
Probably doesn't. What? We tell the Mark on that, and then the Mark can do that information to turn Vlad over to his side. So is that the only orc commander there? It's just
The one
Rainbow
in
guy,
kind of
right?
rainbow colorings is Vlad. It's not rainbow, though. It's like 3 colors. But anyway, Vlad is the only captain at this camp. This is his camp.
okay.
So all the information you
Right.
collect that's about Vlad is about this guy.
Vlad.
Vlad.
All the information about Vlad that you can collect will be about Vlad.
Well, if you hear rumors of other camps, they will be rumors, of course.
All right.
Oh no, hobgoblins are attracted by random green drawings.
How about no? No, that is leaves. This tree is not dead. That is leaves.
This is not the tree you're looking for.
What about the blue high that's on the ground?
That's just three number. That's the number 3.
No,
it's
that's
outside.
high.
Is it my turn again?
Yes.
Okay, move me over here.
You have to give me a second. Okay, done.
Okay, well that's slightly out of the trees, so there you go. That's better.
And Nick walked out of the trees.
Okay, Rampage, it's your turn.
Hang on.
So now we have the word Enol. The mysteriously vanished.
I keep listening.
Okay, roll another insight.
It'd be hilarious if he rolls a natural 20.
This time
Well,
you collected some really interesting recipes of a very valuable and destructive orc weapon. It involves wheat turned into something called flour and something called eggs that are collected from chickens, and something about sugar and cooking it in an oven, and it would make a most valuable weapon against one of the other orc captains.
okay.
And I was looking up his name real quick. I'm sorry.
So
Orthu.
wheat.
Orthu is very weak to this ancient orc weapon.
Isn't this like... What is this weapon called?
It's
Which
said
one
to
to
be
ask
a
the
weapon
orcs?
of lies.
It's said to be a weapon of what?
Of
Yes,
lies.
it is a lie, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It is a lie.
The cake is a lie.
Oh, yes, you did. I was wondering...
The cake is a
I
lie!
was wondering when everyone would collect that. Okay.
See, the thing is I didn't put that together as a cake in my head. I put that together as a waffle.
I'm not sure why
No.
that would be your first indication, but okay. I
No.
understand.
I was
But-
thinking about how to make waffles today.
No, the only reason I know that is because that's actually a Minecraft achievement. That's the only reason.
Yeah, I was trying to
to
think the exact recipe of a cake, and then I decided,
You need wheat, milk,
And eggs.
sugar, and eggs, and then you can make a cake in Minecraft.
Okay,
Wheat
well, I believe it's
the
my
milk
turn.
on the top, the 2 eggs,
I would like to mention that this was
surrounding
a
1
fact
sugar.
about a different orc captain than of this camp, and it should be considered a rumor.
Chris, move
Okay.
me.
I shall move you.
Movement.
Give me just a minute and I'll roll an insight check.
What have I done? You've got to move it, move it.
Oh, there we go. You hear a rumor from the orcs, And from what you've gathered, something about Taggart likes leaves. You're not really sure what that's supposed to mean. Yeah, leaves. He likes leaves.
Okay,
And one of the orcs makes mention that autumn is his favorite season.
Mm-hmm.
I roll an insight to try to hear them once again.
Alright. You've discovered through your maybe just pure brilliance on your part, but you've gathered from everyone of where another orc captain is located. You've now gained knowledge of where Orthu's camp is. You hear from the stories that it is in a wintry snow place, and as you listen closely, you hear where winter and summer meet.
You mean where winter happens?
Well, essentially there's snow.
A spring.
Essentially where you have both a very warm climate and a cold climate touching.
So,
Yes, it's winter.
On one side, and the other side is... Well, essentially he's up in the mountains, and so there's a threshold where you have green grass, and then on the other side you have winter, basically.
Yes, it's winter.
And you've gathered general approximation of where that camp is located. You hear his camp is also not as well protected as this one.
Okay.
Nick, it's your turn.
Okay. Just give me a minute. Let's see.
We're both in a dead tree. I just realized how we both rolled a 14.
I know.
Okay. I am going to roll for insight again.
You learn about how you've discovered the captain of this camp, Vlad. He has a very colorful personality. He likes colorful things. He likes colorful ribbons, and he likes to attach them to his armor. He seems drawn to colorful objects. And
I want to
he
know
really enjoys them. You may notice all of his guards have red ribbons that they've attached to their armor in sort of support of his desire to put colorful things on himself.
I will note, you had already told us this previously.
True, but now you've heard it again, but I was going to go a little further with it. I wasn't done, Rampage. Furthermore, gifts that are colorful, like cloth and ribbon, are very valuable to him and may serve as good gifts to give to him. That's where I was going with that one, Nick, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, Rampage. You've also now discovered that Orthu likes the cold. He likes to remain in cold climates and rarely leaves from the cold climates except when he's ordered to. He prefers mountains and specializes in mountain combat.
Gotcha.
Rampage, what do you want to call?
You know what? It's my turn again.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Right on.
Hmm?
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna make an insight check again,
Okay.
Thank you.
and I failed this one. So
From what you've gathered, Vlad hates the color blue for some reason.
okay.
I should mention rumor with that.
I take this one with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Okay, Rampage, your turn.
Insight.
What you overhear one of the orcs saying, only a true man could wear pink. You don't know what the reference is. By the way, that was a reference to a webcomic series where one of the heroes wore a pink shirt.
Okay. And why is the Misty Mountain? They would ask them what a phone is. I don't care.
because
that a phone-
You
I
physically
don't-
said me call on the phone. And so the guy's like, what is a phone?
So lost, you know.
Nick, it's your turn.
Oh yeah.
You know what, Chris? I'm actually going to move down here now.
Okay. Can you Rampage, your turn? You have successfully discovered from the nearby guards. You can't roll that twice, man.
He didn't. I didn't roll last turn
No, he rolled in. Oh, you're right. Okay, never mind.
because I didn't roll on my turn.
Oh, I thought he was rolling twice. I am so sorry, Rampage. My fault. So a 9. Okay. You discovered an oddity as you stare at the orcs, and you perceive them, and used your insight to notice something very odd. Notice all the red ribbons seem to be floating in the same direction, as if an artificial wind blows them.
Okay.
And you've
It
made a
is my
very
turn now?
interesting insight into the universe and how it works.
Chris,
Go ahead, Nick.
I would like to attempt to perceive. I would like to attempt to perceive how strong their defenses are. Which you should add another 3 to, because my perception is doubled. My perception bonus is doubled in the wilderness.
You know, while these orcs are a lot bigger than the Misty Mountain goblins you've seen before. They also seem to have much better weapons and much better armor. No assault would last very long against that many. Also, you identify this unit as a orc guard. So all the ones with red ribbons are considered orc guards.
A guard of an orc?
I'm specifying which particular orc they are. And with that perception check, I'll let you garner one particular characteristic of the Orc Guard. Feel free to tell me which one. What do you want to know about? Do you want to know how much armor they have, or about one of their weapons?
Give me a second.
Choose armor. Just DK,
You know what? DK, tell me of their weapons.
Okay. They're carrying both an orcish scimitar and a spear. The scimitar has a 2d4 plus 3 damage. With a plus 5
2d4.
chance to hit.
So what did you say?
2d4 plus 3. And the spear is 1d8 plus 3. Both weapons are plus 5 chance to hit. They can also toss the spear, obviously.
DK.
Mm-hmm.
So when I can see my character, like how my character looks in the character sheet,
Yeah.
where that is, when I hold left click
Oh my
and
gosh,
I
there's all
drag
these
my
little
mouse,
there's all these little rampages everywhere.
what?
Rampage is having babies everywhere. No rampage. Those are too many rampages.
He didn't do that.
I just started seeing all these little like rampage babies start spawning on the screen.
It was it's an illusion effect. He's an illusionist.
He's multiplying. Mitosis.
I set a mini me to distract them. But I want my mini me to distract them. I send a mini. I send a mini me to distract them.
And they eat the mini me.
What?
Is it eats like a pizza roll?
They're like pizza roll.
That was
And
a
then, like-
surprisingly effective perception check.
And then hundreds of them.
That was a really high perception
And they're
check.
all like, "Eat
Yeah,
me,
that was
eat
25.
me,
I
eat
will
me."
take that.
Is there anything else you wanted to try to attempt to perceive from that?
Am I allowed to perceive more things?
You could. If you
Well,
roll
you know what?
an insight check onto that, that could further garner more information.
Okay, well, I will roll an insight check just to see if I can garner more information. No, I didn't garner more information.
You think they're invincible and that they're floating and have lasers.
What are lasers?
You're not sure, but you think there's some sort of projectiles of light. There's something about...
That requires a great amount of insight.
Okay, with that said, Rampage, it's your turn.
I try to hear them, and I send a mini me to distract them.
You garner that Vlad, as you recall, was very popular with his men, and that his logistic skills sucked. You very much gathered that, but you can also tell that he actually is really good knowledge about armor, and he's very much trained his men to repair their own armor. And he looks at excellence in armor. Armoring is something that's very important to him, because it's part of the appearance, and you can now garner from your insight that appearance is very important to Vlad.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm happy I found this mini-me thing.
And then another one gets cobbled out. Nick, it's your turn.
I was gonna do something with him.
Well, you know what? I am going to move here.
Okay. Would you like to try another perception check?
Sure. So yes, do remember to add an extra 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because it won't. I can't make it do that.
That's fine.
Unfortunately.
I could make it do that if you want me to.
You know, that's still not bad.
No, it's not. That's 17. Okay, you can now get information about their hit points and armor points.
You know what? I will take their armor.
They have orc mail and shields. These shields seem to be just built into their armor and just another extension of themselves. This does not require them to... Why did my whole screen just turn orange?
Dude, quit it.
More auras.
Turn it off.
I don't know what created the aura. I can't.
He's using a
Rampage.
mini-me.
Okay.
Oh,
I bet
there
he's
it
using
is.
a mini-me.
Okay. So this gives him because of this, he can use this shield without in any way arbitrating his ability to use two-handed weapons. His armor class is 18. You can also tell from that his armor is very bulky, and that he would have disadvantages in any dexterity check.
Mm-hmm. What did you say his armor class was?
18. Now you
And
can
they
attempt
all-
to insight for his hit points.
They just watch this
These
mini-me.
this is for the orc guards, right?
Yeah, these are the guards.
They're trying to catch the mini-me, and the mini-me's just running. It's just running around.
Yelp.
Can you? You got rid of the mini-me.
Did you want to try
Okay.
for an insight check to learn
I
more?
will try for an insight check.
Okay. From that, you can tell he's extremely hardy.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I'm just going to hand you a formula. 48 plus 8.
Okay. His health is 48 plus 8.
48 plus 8. That's his hit point formula.
Oh,
40?
48. Okay.
4d8.
I want to listen and know everything.
Okay. You now know there's a concern about food. You've heard about this, but now you know that Vlad seems to not want to raid for any food. And his soldiers are very loyal, and so they have not raided any of the local farms for the food. No one
Okay.
understands why Vlad is unwilling to raid for that food, because that's an orc thing to do, is to take the food.
Okay.
Also,
That's
there are
odd.
rumors of a little girl named Rain. But you can learn no more of what Rain's connection to Vlad is from your current spot.
But I can't get any
So
closer.
you gotta bounce up to the other tree and go to one of those other ones.
So could I
Nick,
gather
it's
more
your turn.
information from one of them?
Yeah, that's the
Or one
idea.
of
Just go
them?
to the other tree.
One of these?
DK, how is rain spelled?
You're uncertain.
Okay.
It could be rain or raina.
Okay. Well, you know what, Chris?
Mhm.
I'm going to take this time to move into this next tree here.
Alright. Would you attempt the insight check?
Yes, I will.
Alright. What information are you looking to gather from this?
I am personally looking to gather about this rain person.
Okay. You can now confirm that her name is spelt R-A-N-A.
So that would be Raina.
Mm-hmm. Some of the orcs call her Rain for some reason. Not really sure.
And that's all I can confirm about her.
Oh, there's a little bit more, and why is there a little mini Billy? Okay. I apologize, I was distracted by a mini Billy. You also gathered that there was an implication of Vlad and this little girl. And something about the little girl tying a red ribbon around his arm. And something about a promise. A promise he wasn't willing to break. Something about a local tradition. And that's what you've gathered for now. Rampage, it's your turn.
I have a question.
DK, you said the red. Where did you say the red ribbon was tied?
On his arm. And it may be part of some sort of local tradition. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I
Rampage.
have a question.
What's up?
Would I be able to get different information from any of these different spots?
Yeah.
Yes. If you'll have to switch places if you want to know more about Reyna, you'd have to go to a different tree.
Okay.
No.
But
Okay.
if you wanted to collect different information, you could stick where you are. And then you need to tell me what kind of information you're trying to look for.
Weaknesses
Okay.
or things that they
Roll
like.
for insight then, and I will try to find it for you.
Weaknesses and things that they like, and we may be able to lure them with, or give them to be a part of our team.
Okay. Vlad really likes a very special orcish magic that the Marked One knows, but not the explosion kind. Something that even wizards love to show off to others. Something a bit more flashy.
Fireworks.
Good job, Lord Master.
Fireworks.
It's said that Vlad was very impressed during one of his visits to the Marked One's. Well, he didn't intend for it to be a fireworks show, but it turned into one anyway. He was
Okay.
apparently making some sort of experimentations on what he thought would be a more powerful orcish magic, and it instead caused many people to laugh at him But some orc captains think that it was a great way to signal people, and it could maybe have further use that other people dismissed prematurely.
Good to know. Good to know.
I will note, I am writing all of this down.
I know. I'm very impressed.
Good.
Have you been reading my orc captain info sheet that DK gave us?
I have.
I feel really sorry for Nick because he's doing this on a device other than a keyboard.
That's kind of funny because I thought that DK was just like copying and pasting it into the sheet because I was gonna record it all as well.
I'm not. Trust
I've been
me.
doing all of this.
This information is being dynamically created. I do not have a place to copy and paste this from.
This is great. Nick, you type fast.
You're welcome.
Especially when you don't have a keyboard.
Yeah, that's why I'm like. That's why I give him mad props.
The other thing to remember is I cannot see what I'm typing because of the way Roll20 works until after I have saved it. So if I get something wrong, I have to go back and edit it.
You are extremely talented.
DK, how do I make the mini-me's big me's?
You don't. Save us
I have
all.
no idea how you're making mini-me's, to be honest with you.
You don't?
No, that's not something I've ever attempted to learn how to do.
Okay, DK, how you do it is you open up the character sheet and you want to make mini-me's off of, and you know
Just
like the
drag
character
your
sheet
cursor.
and all that stuff. Go to the first
Just
one
drag your,
and then
your
just
image
drag
over.
it.
Apparently, I think mine, like, oh gosh.
Yeah, see, Chris.
See, there's my mini-me.
Oh wow, yours are not mini. Yours are big.
I can make mini ones or full-size ones.
How?
Okay.
Yeah, see, Chris, because I physically put a photo into mine. I can put my photo onto the map as well.
Yes, we call those nicks, though. So mini.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give my photo to the orc captain. Yeah, we'll hang it from this little tassel over here.
DK, how did you get it to where you can do big meat as well?
Hold down Alt.
It's a giant. Okay.
Chris, I think
I've come to raid you.
I think we can take this place out with this many giant rampages and tiny people.
He would just rampage everywhere.
I'm not getting rampage.
So I am happy that people noticed I was doing that.
You know, I can't speak for you guys, but I personally feel like you've collected more than enough information.
I'm not done.
Rob
I
would
will
go
never
back and
be
make a
done.
report.
Yeah, we could probably go back to our mark.
Did y'all want to head to the next orc captain's camp?
No, I think we should
I
stop.
want
I
two
think
more
we should stop and
insights.
speak with the marked one first.
I want 2 more rolls.
But you know what? If Rampage is gonna roll, I'm going to roll too.
Alright, go for it.
My turn? No. Okay.
Rampage, go ahead and make your last roll, too.
No, I want this one and then one other. I want a lot of info. That is not getting me a lot of info.
Nick, you've uncovered that some of the orc captains distrust Vlad, but it's generally because Vlad is really easygoing. Possibly the most easygoing orc captain of the entire lot of orc captains in this region.
Mhm.
And that maybe his easygoing attitude causes him some trouble. Okay, and Rampage, you learn that Vlad hates dirt.
Very valid information.
He does not like the color brown very much.
Okay. Gotcha.
Now, does he hate the color brown, or does he just dislike the color brown?
You're not sure.
I want to know more about this. Does he hate it or just dislike it?
Alright, make y'all's last rolls.
I know
I like
everything.
Okay, officially, you know he hates the color brown. He despises it. He hates standing on non-green grass. He hates muddy environments. In fact, the reason he specifically gets himself stationed away from Mordor, he hates the color brown. He hates the dismal attitude in Mordor. He always finds himself to get an assignment away from dreary places.
So he absolutely despises brown.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
Nick. You hear very deep rumors of his hatred of the color blue.
Okay.
But those are just rumors.
I know for a fact he hates the color brown.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Despises it. Okay. So I become the invisible Flash Man, and I go over there, and one turn, completely invisible.
Well,
Put him over
alright,
there.
so
I
you
just
all
teleport.
have no desire to any more pursuing of the camp. You just want to leave.
Yeah,
I'm fine. Okay.
I think we have plenty enough.
Okay.
I think Nick discovered more than enough information about their guards, the guards' capabilities.
And I just
What the
magically
captain lied.
appear.
But Chris, did you look at how much I wrote about Vlad?
Not yet. I'm looking forward to it. Alright, you,
Lord Captain
I believe you said you want to return to the Marked One.
Oh my god.
Yes. I have written a detailed report of everything we know about Vlad's forces and Vlad himself, and I'm going to hand it to the Marked One.
And everything I know, because I told everyone everything I know along the trip, and you wrote it down along the trip, so that's everything.
Me and Rampage just correlated our information perfectly, and I just wrote it down in like a manuscript, and I'm handing the manuscript to the Marked One.
He looks at this information. Now, he looks to y'all. Do you want him to attempt to pursue and discover more information about Rana? Or did y'all want to pursue and look for more information about Rana?
I think we could do that.
I don't know, because I was very lucky with the role I got.
Well, see, the thing is, do y'all want to go to a
it?
different orc captain and let him attempt to look up some of these leads that you've gone? Or do you want to look up one of these leads and let him look up another lead?
You know what? I think that we should look up this Rana person while he looks up some of these other leads we have.
He pulls up and he takes note that that village is quite well guarded. You might not get to it.
Is it is it well guarded by orcs, or is it just a well guarded town?
It's guarded by orcs and humans. Essentially, there's a front, if you will.
Does he know what the name of the town is?
Yeah, he says the town is named Ranoskov.
You mean New Woodcraft?
You know what?
New Woodcraft?
I don't know that we'd be able to get into such a town very easily, so I feel that maybe we should allow him to look up this information more himself.
He can do this. So the only problem is that there's these two fortifications, and you would probably have lots of problems getting past the first one, and then the second one, which is human controlled, probably wouldn't trust you if they saw you coming out of the orc one.
Yeah.
And then they would kill you.
I point out things that may allow him to sway Vlad to our side, such as his love of colorful presents of cloth and ribbon.
That he very much is going to get something arranged. In fact, he suggests that maybe if perhaps one of your villagers would have some means of producing a very colorful cloth, because that's not something that orcs kind of specialize in.
You know what? We could definitely look around. I'm pretty sure that the village would be willing to help with this.
He very much appreciates that. He also marks on your map where the next orc captain is, from the information you gathered.
You mean Orphew?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd also like to point out that the suggestion that certain captains thought that his fireworks may be good for things such as signaling, and that Vlad personally enjoyed them.
And with that, there's a slight smirk on his face. Some people won't let that one go. I said, behold the ultimate orc magic! To this day, some orcs will not let that go.
I would also like to point out that Vlad is very bad at logistics and has been refusing to raid local places for food.
Might be some oath bond that he has with that girl.
But no, he is rather bad.
Absolutely despises Brown.
No, he is rather bad at logistics. Apparently, the camp is missing wheat and some other supplies to make some sort of orcish beverage.
Grog.
Perhaps grog.
His soldiers don't have grog. I know what gifts to prevent his soldiers then.
Also, I have this very detailed information on his soldiers' weapons, armor, and how tough they are as well.
He looks over it. He then whispers to you, that should be the standard armament you expect from every orc captain's guards.
At least I know now.
Yeah, he's now confirming that that's a universal setup. That they'll just generally be in the same level of strength. By the way, you know why I gave you the hit point formula? Instead of actual hit points?
Because you'll probably end up rolling random sets of hit points for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So
it gives you an idea of their strength without an actual number.
I also point out that his troops did obey him when he said not to raid local farms. They are extremely loyal to him.
Understandable. I know some orcs like that. Did you run into anyone else, by the way?
Yeah, we ran into
And then one of the goblins, Master, we ran into the spirit of the forest. It was angry, but they killed it. Killed it good.
Also, Gorgol?
Yes, we ran into Gorgol, son of Blog. He showed up and helped us kill the spirit of the forest.
With that, the Marked One kind of takes a step back. Gorgol, really?
Yes.
He let you live?
Yeah, no, he was fine with it. Just walked up, helped us get rid of it, and then just left.
And with that, one of the goblins said, "He said they were your pawns!"
He did that too.
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh, y'all are more important to me than pawns. As the Marked One puts
Perhaps
his hand on your
rooks.
shoulder.
Yes, but that's not the point. He thinks we're pawns.
Gorgol is more wise than many of these orcs.
But yes.
His father and his father's father have died serving the hand. The
hand?
yeah.
The hand, huh?
The hand of the one who we
Mhm.
all fear so much.
Yes. But we also yes.
But that's
we
something to recall. You lose a lot of family members pursuing Mordor's wishes, and then you don't see a reward. In fact, you see the opposite. Your family has sacrificed so much, given so much, and then you receive nothing. His family killed a dwarf king. There should be golden drums singing his greatness of his family. There are none. The necromancers did not bring his family back. Things start adding up in one's mind when you realize such great sacrifices are not always so greatly rewarded. When his father died and his father's father died, the great honor they once possessed slowly was taken away, and he got less and less. And when you get less and less, you start to wonder, what exactly did you all die for? What have you been serving? You may recall that what words do you connect the leadership of Mordor with? Let's go back to the great necromancer himself. What was his name that you gave him?
Let's see. I believe we called him many things. The Deceiver, Sauron.
So the one, let's just say, the one you call Deceiver, that means what do you exactly correlate him doing? Deceiving.
Lying.
Right?
Repeatedly.
Deceiving. So,
Lying.
we ask
More
ourselves sometimes, is this someone we should be following? Someone that everyone else correlates as deceiving? What makes us so sure he won't try to deceive us?
Hasn't deceived you?
Ha ha. I'm pretty sure we could assume that he'll lie to us just as much as he lies to y'all. One who makes his party in lying never stops lying.
On the subject of Vlad, however, we did also learn something he hates.
No.
Oddly enough, he quite hates the color brown and the dismal mood of
The
Mordor.
young elf was telling me of
Let
this.
me do this. He despises it. He hates brown. He sees brown. He wants to destroy brown. He hates brown. It is the worst thing in the world to him. He despises brown more than he despises anything else. He sees brown. He hates brown. He despises brown. Brown is his number one enemy. He despises brown.
Yes,
That's
but
pretty intense.
he also seems to despise the dismal mood of Mordor. He actually gets himself purposely posted outside of Mordor to avoid it.
Because there's brown.
Well, because and also because of its dismal, bleary mood.
But mainly because
With that,
there's
the
trees
marked
with
one
brown.
says, Mordor is not a happy place.
Aww. So I should cancel my vacation?
Not unless you have coming there for the gold.
We also have a couple of rumors about other orc captains. Nothing concrete, obviously, but some rumors. Supposedly, Tekkit really likes leaves and autumn.
It is said that Taggit's colors are of an autumn leaves, from what I recall. But I can't tell
Why
you
do
if
I hear a
that's
dog?
Supposedly, Orpheus has a weakness for a very ancient orc weapon called cake. So,
Allow me to explain. He has a general weakness of food. He's tend to be a glutton. So I would imagine cake might be a good present.
There also rumors that his camp is not particularly well protected, though I can't confirm this without having gone there.
Orthu's camp?
Yes,
Well, you know why.
because he's in a mountain.
That, and there are defenses you cannot see. You're not going to be able to sneak up on that one the same way.
Yeah.
You might try a more direct approach.
Yes.
Here he has several human prisoners. You could have the guards take you to meet and speak with them.
But we are also fairly certain that he very much enjoys the cold and specializes in mountain-based combat.
Yes, he does.
But,
Alright.
Those were rumors to me, but now these have now become more true.
yes. Yes. Anything else I may have forgotten? I've already written down.
Which captain is known as the gluten again?
Orpheus? Is I believe what you just told me.
Well, I'm going to suggest that we take a short or longish rest at some point before we travel to the next one.
I would suggest we head back to town for now and take a good rest there.
Yep.
You can ask about a ribbon.
Exactly. That's why I want to go. One more thing. The girl we told you about. Apparently, she tied a ribbon around Vlad's arm. A red one, to be exact.
You know, that reminds me of a story. An ancient story. Elf told it to me once. I won't tell you why he was telling me this story. It was about a conqueror, a young conqueror. He conquered many lands. And a woman came and tied a ribbon around his arm and told him that it was the custom of that town that anyone who ties a ribbon around you, you have to fulfill their one wish. And her one wish was that her village not be attacked.
Well,
I don't know if that holds any validness here, but
I don't know. That does correlate with what we've heard of the small girl.
if anything, I assure you it may as well be a fairy tale. I didn't question him on how much truth that story was based on.
I mean, Vlad does seem rather unwilling to break a promise this small girl who tied a ribbon around his arm had him make. So
He might value the ribbon.
But regardless, such
Don't
things may be useful for...
forget, sometimes The object itself may not be what binds, but the story behind the object may be
Yes.
what truly binds.
But no, if I have forgotten anything, I have already lined out all our information in this manuscript here.
Several goblins come and make copies of what you've written down so far.
Have you looked at everything I wrote yet?
I did look over it.
You wrote a lot.
And I realized I gave you all a lot of information.
And I recorded all of it.
With that, though, you seem to have some wounds, so allow me to... The marked one seems to walk with you to the village, and you notice some guards trailing behind. With your wounds, I would rather you get to your village in a very safe manner.
Yes.
And with
Merely a
this,
flesh wound.
and with this escort, you made good pace back to the village. And the marked one tipped his hat and disappeared into the forest. You're now back at home.
You know
Good.
what? My first reaction is I'm going to go find the mayor.
Okay.
I'm going straight to the mayor's house.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to have to call it a night, but
That's okay. I'm just gonna take care of a
Learned a
few
lot.
things quick, and then I will be done as well.
It looks like there's a tree house.
Oh, I was working on building y'all's houses. I'm sorry.
That's...
I will
And those
actually
tents are
have a
getting better, too.
request, so
I was testing those tree houses.
Yeah.
Bye, Dan.
I like the look of that treehouse.
I was testing 2 different treehouse designs.
Oh,
You'll
yeah.
have to forgive me. I didn't think we'd be coming back here.
I have gone straight to the mayor's house.
And apparently Billy and Rampage were in the forest.
In the trees, in the trees.
And
And by that I mean on the trees, on the trees.
also, your most adoring fan meets y'all at the entrance.
Mhm.
He's so happy to see y'all.
This is very good. He can come with me. I inform him I'm going to the mayor's house, and if he would like that, he may come with me.
Didn't change the zoom level?
Huh?
Whoops. The tree moved.
It's a treant!
Restart it.
It's here to protect the town.
Was that you?
What is happening?
I couldn't get to our little friend.
So, one white screen. Okay, now there's a black. What is happening?
Roll 20 is not happy. Oh,
Is roll 20 crashing for you too?
yeah.
Chris, remove the ground texture.
Alright, done.
Thank you.
This is the second time I'm reloading Google and going to its thing.
I believe we determined that the ground texture was what was screwing us last time, so.
I removed the ground texture.
Okay,
I'll be honest with you, it's never caused me an issue.
it's the first time it's ever caused me
Well,
an
it
issue.
apparently started causing them an issue, so.
Yep, I can't
Okay.
wait to have one of those.
I walk straight into the mayor's house,
Okay.
and I knock on his wall.
Ah! Have y'all returned? What did you find?
Yes, actually. we found some very interesting things involving orcs.
Blasted orcs. What did you find?
Many orcs. Did we tell you of our certain new friend who's been helping us with these problems?
Friend? No.
Yes, but regardless, we have a friend who's helping us with these orc problems and helping keep the town safe. So, we began investigating the orc captains. Would you like to see what I have so far on one of them?
Of course.
Here, I hand him I pull out my manuscript and hand it to him.
He looks over it and then snaps his fingers. His secretary comes. He hands her the list, and she starts making copies.
Mm-hmm. So is she making copies of what we need?
She's copying
what
down
I
the
do-
information that you created.
Yes.
What I do is
No.
I just walk in and I just walk in. I
Actually,
know
you know
what's
what's
happening.
funny?
I
Is
somehow
that manuscript includes Malakaz the Marked as an ally? I forgot that.
okay.
That manuscript actually includes Malakaz the Marked on it.
Okay. So
Orcish
I walk
magic
in.
is strongest magic.
Orcish magic, strongest
Will
magic.
he notice that? I'm really curious if he'll notice that and say something about it.
Okay, no. I walk in and I say, he hates brown, despises brown, wishes brown never exists. He hates brown, despises brown, wish brown never existed. He just destroys. He hates brown. Brown, he wishes brown never existed. Ever. He despises brown. Brown
So-
is the worst thing ever.
The mayor kind of looks
To
kind
him.
of shocked at you on how you gathered all this information. Truly astonishes him. But then he realizes that many of you are very, very good at gathering information.
You mean stealth?
This is true. But he noticed a particular entry at the top caused him a little concern. Are you suggesting one of these captains is your friend?
Yes.
That's a very dangerous game you're playing.
Well, I mean, he has saved us from death quite a few times.
Yep. One time, he's also helped. That. Helped
So,
Trey's master.
Why is he called the Marked One?
'Cause
He
he's
has
marked.
he has been marked by someone else who is currently fighting the forces of Mordor.
How many marks does he have?
Like 3? 1 red and 2 blue. 1 red and 2 blue.
How would I describe that, actually, DK?
Do you need help here?
Oh my goodness gracious.
Are those 2 separate marks?
Yes.
It's like he's got 2.
2 blue and 1 red.
No, he's got 1 red and 1 blue.
Red mark. Blue mark.
Isn't that... Well,
Well, no, then he just has
This-
shoulder plates that are different colors.
Those are on his armor, though. That doesn't on his body. The ones on his face are physically on his face.
So 1 red and 1 blue.
Mm-hmm.
He has 2.
And I say, 1 red and 1 blue.
Have you ever asked him about these marks?
No.
But, no, I haven't.
Maybe you should. Maybe there's some information you could gather from that.
But on a different note, this orc captain here that we've gathered this information on thus far,
Hates
he
brown.
very much enjoys colorful cloth. And he tends to be swayed by colorful cloth. And perhaps if we were to gift him some colorful cloth, then he might be more inclined to
And
assist
suddenly
us.
the mayor understands now what you're getting at. You're gonna... I see where you're going now. In more and less. You want the orcs to fight the other orcs. You're gonna make them pick
Yes.
sides.
Yes!
I
We're going to
like
make them
that
pick
idea
sides.
only because I would rather them not fight us. And so if we could get them killing each other, that is definitely much better for the town. But there's darkness in this.
Yes, well,
But
there is dark.
maybe we
There
can
is-
use the shadow against itself.
Yes.
I see where your minds go. I will have some pretty cloth prepared.
Right? Colorful cloth.
And another thing, the guide Bowman. I don't know if he returned to town or not, but
He
did
was
find-
he was white as a ghost, but very safe.
yes, our
He said nothing.
a friend, the Marked One, caught him and prevented him from going near something that would have killed him. So,
As I said, he's not said a word to me. He came to the town white as a ghost, but very safe, and some sad shadows disappeared back into the forest.
yes,
Our gods weren't really sure what that was all about.
yes, no, he went in a different direction to continue searching for a stone quarry.
I hate to say he has not left his house.
Well,
But I did hear the farmer did return. He said that y'all's trip was cancelled for now.
yes, the numerous orc captains suddenly arriving in the area were of some concern, as I'm
Yes.
sure you can tell
So
based on a large list of them.
exactly what does the Marked One have to gain from this?
Well, you see, this, the orc captain we mentioned having killed some time ago, at the Tower of Dwimmerhorn did not in fact die.
His
And,
death was
The Marked,
an exaggeration. Huh?
yes, the Marked One had originally assisted us with this, so as to continue moving up the
He-
totem pole.
Yes, of course he wanted a promotion. But now the other captains
so
are
that he-
going to get involved, and he's going to civil war for the captain slot.
Yes.
Uh,
He would like to continue his little rebellion further up. So, with the other captains arriving, it has proven somewhat difficult. So, we are
this
attempting to sway
the
them.
conclusion of this civil war will either lead this town into a much safer place or a more dangerous one.
Doing nothing will certainly result in a much more dangerous situation.
Less captains, always better. Particularly because then the orcs will have to go do recruiting. And that will put them away. It's disturbing to have this many captains so close. But that awful sounding horn has brought them here, didn't it?
Yes. But, luckily,
Is Mr. B here?
Yes.
I mean, is he in the mayor's office?
Yep.
Okay. I wasn't sure where you were located.
another thing, there might be another interesting problem.
Hmm.
Something unfortunate may have happened to us. We encountered a wood wraith.
Sounds like the spirits are angry at us.
But I believe Mr. B knows a bit more on this than I do. The doctor knows a bit more on this
He's
than I do.
royal.
Yes, Rampage just utters that. Oh my, royalty? Royalty revealed activate. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think I would need to use it in this situation.
Royalty.
I think he already views me as favorable, so...
He is godly royal.
But,
Oddly royal. Oh my.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I don't even know what that would mean in Lord of the Rings.
what's more interesting about this is that this orc captain, this one at the bottom. And I point to the bottom of the page. He arrived during our battle with the Wood Wraith and assisted us in killing it.
Really?
Yes. But, so,
What do you know of this orc?
his,
Magic weapon.
from what I have learned from Art 1 and from the orc himself, this orc's father and his father have sacrificed much for the shadow. And, well, their sacrifices have gone unrewarded for quite some time. I believe his father's father actually killed a dwarf king.
I see.
So,
It sounds like maybe if the rewards of evil truly are not benefiting evil, then maybe evil isn't so loyal to evil as evil would think.
yes, well,
Peculiar
as
thought.
the marked one put it, perhaps there is good reason we have forever called their leader the Deceiver.
You know, I have something for you. In fact,
What
maybe
about me?
for your scholar, this might be more useful. And he takes a satchel, and he hands you some writings. They are very much in Orcish, and the mayor has recently acquired some of these from what appears to be fighting between orcs. A merchant sold it to him, and he was hoping that maybe the doctor could prescribe some information from this.
Prescribe.
Well, you are the doctor.
So, on a different note,
So I start reading over them.
I need a message taken far, far to the north
Of course.
to in a state my family owned. A message to my cousin. But my cousin is the current holder of my family's estates after certain...
Very well, I will have this letter taken. Just prepare the document that you would like me to take to them.
I will do so.
In fact, there is a new handout that will be
I was really hoping you'd give me a handout.
Nick's letter. It can be edited by Nick. There you go.
8 perception.
Okay, Mr. B. From your original inspection of the document, you can tell it is definitely written in Orc. But
Yeah,
from
I'm
what
gonna spend some time studying it, obviously.
from what you can just kind of glean off of it, is that these documents appear to be questioning the leadership of Mordor. These documents are very old. And perhaps, from very well, the author of these documents did not place their name on it, as if they didn't actually want to be in any way correlated with this document.
It would be interesting if we could learn who had this document.
There is a picture
Yes.
of an orc. Well, it's a green circle with the color blue and the color red.
Blue and red, huh?
And the document marks that something about
The marked one?
Order and chaos, and how the mark of chaos continuously pushes the orc race into ruination, and that Mordor represents chaos. But what represents order? Seems to be a continuous question. What is order? What is order? It can continuously label
order?
Mordor as chaos, but nowhere in the document does it ever seem to answer it from what you can see.
Kind of crazy that Billy has a 8+ modifier on his perception and acrobatics. Does Billy succeed in his random backflip?
Yes.
Alright.
Billy does a random backflip out of nowhere.
Nick, I'm sure you're gonna be kicked off soon. We probably need to bounce out as well.
Well, to remember, this won't actually force Skype to close in any way.
Well, either way, we're gonna have to,
I'm just writing my letter.
Oh.
Okay.
Is there any questions or things you want to ask the mayor before we're calling it a night?
Where was that merchant? Which merchant did he buy this document
A
from?
traveling merchant that came from the east.
So, does he know when that traveling merchant will be back?
I would like to know if
He doesn't
town scouts had reported any major locations for orc activity.
Since the scouts have only scouted around the town, they have only seen the marked one's men, and they've taken note that the marked one's men have been very careful on how close they approach the town, as if they follow an imaginary line. Now, to ask Mr. B's question, the traveling merchant usually doesn't return for a couple of months. But if you took a good run, maybe you might catch him.
Yeah.
Okay, Billy does a double backflip when he's on the ground. Does a front roll, does 2 front rolls as soon as he's done with the front roll. No, 2 front flips after he's done with the front roll. Then when he's done with that, does a side roll, and then he jumps up.
Okay.
And yeah. And the only reason that I'm gonna let that happen is because it's a 28 that I got.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, any other questions or things that y'all have unfinished business?
Nope, and I just walk out and stand with Billy. No, Billy does a back roll out.
Y'all do notice on your map that that the Orthu camp is up in the mountains, and it will be a very cold place, so you may want to purchase some cold weather gear.
Just so
Okay,
you know,
I have
don't
written
know
my
where
letter.
this is. I don't know what I have this on the cartographer's map, and I don't have any other kind of map.
Well, just for just because y'all are still here, here's a little preview of Orthu's camp.
Why did it say not that heavily guarded?
Not a fan of snow.
It's
Why?
not
Why
as,
did it?
it's not as well guarded as Vlad's place.
Chris, you have the ground texture thing again.
There's no ground texture thing.
You sure? It immediately crashed for me.
All it has is lots of snow.
And humans.
Dun, 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 dun. Eat a cucumber.
Yes. Well, as what the Marked One told you, is that there actually are human slaves at this camp.
Humans.
Okay. Well,
That
I
you could
think I'm
choose to
good for
try
today.
to acquire knowledge from.
Well, I do think I'm good for today.
Okay.
Has anybody else got anything they need to do?
Nope.
Good for now.
Okay. Well, I guess I will see you guys next Tuesday.
Sounds good.
I did complete my letter, Chris, so
I will take a look at it.
it will take some time to get there because it is very far north
Okay.
to get to my homeland. So, but, okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks, Nick. Talk to you soon.
Well, I hope y'all had fun, and
Yep. Yippity yep.
I realize this wasn't an action-packed thing, but that's why I kind of released y'all to do this your way. And I didn't want to force any kind of particular solution to this.
All good.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope y'all had fun and got to learn
So-
some interesting things about orcs.
Just so you know, my character is getting kind of nervous about this black thing that we know of because we've all been kind of putting it off and ignoring it.
Yeah, that's going to be the main story. Once
So
you get
my
all these
character
side
is getting
quests out
kind
of
of
the way.
nervous. My character is getting kind of nervous.
Nervous.
Yeah, unfortunately, that solution is a very long quest.
Cool. All right, Chris.
All right. Well, as I
Thank
said,
you so much.
again, I hope you had fun, and I'll see y'all next time.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I want a tree house.
Yeah, I thought you and Nick wanted tree houses, so I created 2 tree houses where I thought y'all wanted them.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought. Well, what didn't Nick want his by the mayor's house or something?
No, that was
He told me he wanted it at like the bottom left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
I wanted
Rampage
mine near the
wants-
mayor's house. Oh my, I see it.
Oh, you.
I see,
The one that's on the right is the one that I was making for you.
That's not finished, or is it finished?
I believe it is a finished design.
It does not have a tire swing.
Yeah, Nick has a tire
Look
swing.
look at the size comparison.
Yeah, he paid a lot more money though.
Didn't he only pay 40?
You only paid 20.
No, I paid 40.
Did you?
Yeah, I paid 40.
Most of it was the mayor's money, but yeah. Oh wait, why am I moving this one?
But how much did how much did Nick pay for?
As I said, right now I haven't actually I believe he paid 20 himself, and the mayor paid the other 20. So your all's houses should be similarly expensive.
Yeah, so both 40.
I was trying to figure out where exactly you wanted your house exactly.
Right there. Right here.
He wants to be able to go fishing from his porch. In the tree.
Maybe that's also part of it. That's good. Right there.
Anyway, that may not be the final design. I just found that design, those two designs, oddly enough, in a completely different gallery from what I was looking for. I searched up something I was looking for because I was needing I think I found it under the category of snow or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry. I won't hold you any longer.
Alright, so
I'll see you next time.
Bye,
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Now everyone may notice how awkwardly long our goodbyes are. This is a special feature of our group. We are really good at holding long goodbyes. Well, with that said, goodbye everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And remember, let's kick some orc butt.